This is our 2017 Jayco that we purchased used last year, and recently we upgraded our battery from lead acid to LiFePro 4, and the converter inside was not for LiFePro 4. Didn't have the right charging profile. It was only for lead acid. So I went online and checked for some converters, and after quite a bit of research I found out that a lot of these companies now put out what they call AD, automatic detection, and apparently there have been quite a few people that had problems with the automatic detection. So I wanted to get something that was only for lithium ion, or let's say LiFePro. I came up with the WFCO LIS MBA for the 8955 that's supposed to be installed in this Jayco. However, WFCO does not make the LIS anymore, which is either lithium or lead acid with a switch that you can toggle, but rather they only make the AD now, WFCO 8955 AD MBA, and there was a lot of problems with those. So I wanted to get an LIS, went on Amazon. Guess what? There's only a few left to purchase because WFCO does not manufacture them anymore, and they wanted $790 Canadian. And I thought to myself, that's impossible for a converter. It shouldn't be that much. So I searched more and I found a clone from China for $110. Now a lot of you may say, oh, it's China bomb and this and that, and I had a look at it. I just received it last night, and the wiring is the same thickness as my old WFCO 8955 MBA. Time will tell if it is going to stand up to what I need for this RV. I'm only using it 3 to 4 weeks out of the year in the summertime when we go on vacation. But I need to get my LiFePro battery charged properly, and I'll give it a try, knowing fair well that it is made in China, like everything else we buy electronically, and all the parts come from China anyways. So the only thing that might be a problem is the way it's been put together. All the other smaller parts, the diodes and capacitors and everything else is made in China anyway, no matter what kind of electric equipment you purchase. So today we're going to change this WFCO 8955 MBA regular lead acid to WF 8955 LIS MBA with a switch from lead acid to lithium. Here we have the power center for our WFCO. I'll have to take that off. There we go. This is the WF 8955 LIS MBA. There's some instructions right there. Here they mention that due to the different color wires, we have to note the ACN and ACL during installation, which comes in right there. The white is the ACN and the black is the ACL. Now we have white, yellow and black, which is different. I haven't opened up the WFCO power center yet, but from YouTube I always see that it is white, black and green. So what I'll do is I'll make sure that I check the location on the board of the white, yellow, white, green and black, and match it up with the way this goes. What I do like is the wire seems to be fairly thick here, but they already crimped this on, as you can see, which is kind of nice. This is the distribution board for the 12 volt, and if you can see that little red switch, that's the lithium and lead acid switch. There's also a little wire that has to be plugged in here that I still have inside the house. I'll grab that right away. It's right here on this board. This goes to here with a cable that they supplied. This is the cable I was talking about. It goes right here and right in here once it's installed. 69% at 13.19 volts. So right now I have all the lights on in the trailer and the converter is actually powering the 12 volt. So we will see how this is going once I have this installed. One thing to note, there's different apps available. This is the app that came with the battery, and there is the AOL app that will work with it. And there's the LiFePO battery. Switch it on, and this is what that looks like. And this next app is one that I specifically like. It's a Zhaozhang BMS app. This is what it looks like. And the nice thing with this app is I can control my BMS. I can go into configure, and then I go into BMS, and here's all the different parameters of your BMS. Be careful when you change things, it may screw up stuff, but it is fairly simple. You can go online and check out your cell voltage caps and all this good stuff, and then go from there. That's when I want to change something. Generally I use either the Aeolithium to check real quick on it, or the new Zhaozhang, however you say that. I have to apologize if I say that wrong. LiFePO app. And then we're back at this. It has its own little thing here where you have control and you can do certain things on, but it's not as powerful as the old app. History. So anyways, let's get started and change the converter. First things first, let's unplug the 110 shore power. There. Shore power is off. It's probably going to be a dog's breakfast. I don't need the shunt in it anymore because I have a proper BMS. This piece here can go. I have a proper BMS, and I can get my shunt out of there and don't have to reset this all the time. So that'll be gone. And the battery terminal posts, they take a 13mm on my battery. Might be different on yours. There we go on one. And we are effectively unhooked. And later on I'll remove the shunt because I do not need it anymore. I have a BMS that is Bluetooth. There we go. All set. No more 12 volts and no more shore power. I have my backup light here, my lantern, electrical, because there's no more lights in here and it's pretty dark. So I'll shut all these breakers off just in case to begin with. So that's all off. Then we should have two screws right there, one there, and we should be able to take the outside cover off. There, and and these screws don't come out. They're seated from the back and just go in. Once these are loose, you should feel that there. It's a click. And there you have it. There we have it. And you see there's the green, white, and black that I was talking about. Here's the 12-volt DC side, and what I notice is that the posts here are in a different orientation than the one that I got from Amazon, but that shouldn't be that big of a deal. We'll see. Hopefully you're able to see this. The posts are in a different orientation. I can get this in, because this is fairly thick wire. It looks like the wire is approximately the same thickness as AUG rating as the original. Well, be that as it may, I am taking a video, so I know where the wires should be going. However, just to be on the safe side, I will take a couple of pictures just to make sure. There. That should do it. Let's take out the converter side first, which is this. There's a couple of screws here. Zero and zero, and on the AC side, AC volts, zero, nothing feeding back, we're good. Let's take this out and have a quick look. And let's take out the AC side first and note which one goes where, because of the differences in the wires. White is ACN, black is ACL. On this one, white is ACN, black is ACL. On this one, green is the grounding there, neutral, whatever they call ground, and that would be the yellow one on here. It's probably best to use a flathead. There we go. Number one. Then we need the white up top here. The black should go in here. And there's a way of getting these things out. There it is, to access it easier. Yep. What do we need here? I can use a flathead too. These are off already. We can take this out. There we go. And actually that yellow wire did have a green stripe on it. It's yellow and green. That's our green. So let's feed these all through here and connect this all up again. There we go. I think we're going to do the black one first. Let's tighten this up a little bit here. There. That's that. That can go into here again. That is done. Now we're going to go for the green, which is this one here. Which is this. That's good. And that's the weight. There we go. I think that is in there. Yes, it is. All right. Yep, that's tight. That should do it. Okay. That's the AC side. Now for the DC side. Let's loosen this off. Oops. I think we gotta go overkill on these ones here. Okay, that's that. That's that. There goes my light. Wow. That wasn't quite as tight. Oh God, no. Strip that one. Oh, got her. Woofda. Okay. So apparently we should be able to get these out. There's a couple of pigs here someplace. Aha. There it is. There's one pig. Is there one here too? Let's see. Nope, just the peg right there. That's we have to press and then we can pull it forward. Let's see. Yep. she just pops right out. So let's line this up and see which goes where. So these two have to go onto here. That's going to be a tough one, man. And these two have to go on here. And this one will have to go into the VCC plus. Is that what it is? VCC plus, negative, yep. Whoa. It's gonna be something else. I don't like them just being Phillips. I wonder if these other ones there will, no, they probably won't fit in there. But Phillips have a tendency to strip. When you apply too much torque to them. There. That's that. Let's do it. Should I come in from there? Hand tighten these for now. And once the board is mounted, it's probably better to tighten them properly. Room in here. There, the old one is out. In with the new. Get it over the top here too, if I can. I should still be able to get, yes. Yes. Yep, that's the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to stick with it rather than having to bend these things all out of shape. Do the same thing here, maybe. Or I can go in from back here. No. I'm going to do this. side. Just press it down. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Here. Okay, that's that. Now comes the portion where we just transfer over the wires in the same order as they were on the old one. Why do they have two wires in here, black and red? Well, we'll do the same thing and we can't do anything wrong, right? Here we go. Number one. And over you go. And I'll bring you back when I have this all transferred. No sense going through the same thing 15 times. They're all in there. Let's see if we can remount it now. Should be all right. Room for a there's one. Okay, that will do that. Now, only other thing we have to do is to hook up this to this, because unfortunately that'll be in the back. And it is switched to lithium ion. This would be lead acid. Now it's switched to lithium ion. So we'll fish this through here as well. And it will only go in one way. Just like on your computer. There. Hopefully that's seated properly. Okay. And this should be going up top here. There. Now, this is supposed to mount in like so. those I tightened. So we'll try to tighten a little bit more. This one here. That's tight. Tight. Put this one in. Tight. Oops. Gonna put the battery back on and we'll go from there. And here we go. That's all done. Let's see what happens when we put the battery back on. Hopefully that'll work. There, positive and negative are plugged back in, and since I have everything off inside, there shouldn't be a draw at all. Well, there is a draw, 2.46 amp minus 13.9 volts. That's it inside. What have we got here? Is there a light flashing? Oh, maybe that's what it's supposed to do. Okay, that's on the switch. Let's see what happens when we plug back the 110 volt, come back in and switch on the inverter. Oy. You gotta see this. She's starting to charge. 21.6 amps. 13.32 volts on the battery. And the flashing light is off. .9 volts. 9.4, 9.5, 9.6, 14.08, 11, 14.5, 14.1 volt, 14.07. Pretty good. Still putting out 21.69 amps. Yep. A steady 21.7, 21.6 amps. And we're at 13.65 volts. I got my cutoff voltage at 3.65 per cell on the charging side. So we'll see how the BMS handles this. There we go. And I'm going to go into the configuration and we'll see what our BMS is set at. Download BMS read. This is what it's set at. Cap voltage is 3.65. Balance configuration at 3.3. We'll see what it does. Here's the lithium app. Shows the same thing. Hopefully these settings are correct and don't damage my battery, but we'll live and learn, right?